RDA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Okay,
ball
ready?
Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, and Young is going to throw it. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide it. With a tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Marquise Bell in on that stop. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow. Trouble, 38.
And it falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here we go, going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. There's 20.
On first down, it's Blue. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, going to 56. 47. Here we go, 46. 46. Here we go, going to 54. 46.
Now Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. 26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds Pickens outright. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Ready.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. 50, green. Hey, check mega. Strike. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Black shot. Fury, yellow. Green jack. Slide blue. Needle blue. Stick. Mega. Yellow. Go. Spike. White. Hut, hut.
Now Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Throwing, Prescott. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
There we go, Friday.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Striker, 3, black Wilson. Field, black. Blaster, 6. Hut, hut.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To throw, Young. That caught by Trimble. And he is going to lose yardage here. Young here, you can see, changing to play.
Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Fight. White. Striker. Check striker. Hey, go steal. Smash. Red. Hut, hut.
Now Young. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That is caught. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Yellow. Claws red. Slice blue. Smash red. Spike. White.
Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Needle blue. Red. Cycle. Drill green. Ready.
Now here's Young. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this 1st half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there,
but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first-half lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The offense on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Blaster, 6. Fury, yellow. Ready?
Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Young. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Young now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
Needle blue.
Young. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here we go.
Prescott to throw it. Yep, and this ball will be intercepted. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Sit. Mega. Blocker. Sit. Strike. Strike. Hut, hut.
Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Smash. Red. Hut, hut.
Throwing. Young. He'll get these complete to the running back, Hubbard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
3. Ultra. Go ultra. Steal. Blast. Check. Hut.
Young working out of the gun. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. Red. 38. Hut.
Here's Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue. 32. Ready?
Young will set to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Yellow. 22. Green Jack. Black shot. Set, go.
The Young's going to throw for this. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
To throw is Prescott. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Prescott now. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set, blaster, 6, 50, green. Black shot, fury, yellow, green jack. 6, mega. Check smash. Hey, check mix.
Final play of the half, Young. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards. On the draw, here's Blue. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go again with Blue. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So on fourth down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now. Ready?
To throw, Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Yellow. Set. Hut. Red. 38. Smash. Red. Black Ultra. Rail. Yellow. Green Jack. Set. Hut.
Now Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Black shot. Set.
To the air once more, Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 44 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question,
33,
where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 52 blue, rail, yellow.
What's going on, guys? What are you guys doing?
6, mega, needle blue. Drill green.
Here, get out of here.
Set.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Cycle. Green jack. Hut, hut.
Now Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Go ultra. Black ultra. Blaster. 6. White. White. Set. Go.
Now here's Young. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Down. Ready?
They'll throw again. Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Slide loop. Here we go. Ready.
Young now. That's complete out right to the tight end Tremble. It'll be a gain of just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
6. Mega. Rail. Yellow. Needle blue. Blue striking. Hut.
4th down, Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. delivery good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
10. Red, cycle. Set, ready. Smash, red. Green jack.
Young to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, set. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Here's Young from the shotgun. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go. Fury, yellow. Hey, red. White, white. Set, go.
Young to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
32. Go pink. Seal, black. Set, huh?
It'll be Young again. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Down. 10 black. Ready?
Here's Young. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Picked off by Marquise Bell, and the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They
No signal. Yes, it's a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
Now it's Horn.
On the ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Wilson. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, they run with Blue. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's to the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 2nd and 10.
14, quick. 280. Saturday. 14. 36 power. 12.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. What can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Listen, team. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Hey, guys, listen. All goes special. Hold up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
19. Check. Hey, alert. We're up for signals.
To throw again is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Good, sir.
Here's Wilson to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second.